You ever wake up one day and think, what does my life still look the same? You've tried being positive, you've made plans, you've made the books, but somehow nothing really changes. Let me tell you something straight. It's not because you're broken. It's not because you're not smart enough. It's because you've been trying to change your life without first changing your standards. Since section 1, the hard truth, see, most people think life changes when conditions change, when they get more money, a better job, or meet the right person. But life doesn't change when conditions change. Life changes when you do. You don't get your goals, you get your standards. The standard is to just get by. You'll find a way to just get by. But if your standard becomes, I will not settle for less than I can be, that's when your life begins to transform. Section 2, the pattern trap. Let's be honest. Many of us are addicted to patterns that keep us stuck. We say we want more, but we act it the same way. We want change formation with sacrifice. But your breakthrough or life will require you to step into uncertainty. If you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're not willing to grow. You can't keep playing small and expect big results. Your life doesn't change when the world around you changes. It changes the moment you decide to raise your standards. Most people think change starts with circumstances. New job, more money, better timing, a new relationship. But that's not how transformation works. Real change begins when you draw a line in the sand and say, I'm done settling for less than I'm capable of. Every person has two types of standards, the ones they say they want and the ones they actually live by. You might say you want to get in shape, start a business or improve your relationships. But if your daily standard don't match that desire, nothing will move. Life gives you what you must. You should have the difference between shown and must is the difference between wishing and committing. When you raise your standards, you shift your identity. You stop thinking like a victim of circumstance and start operating as the creator of your own destiny. No longer wait for motivation or permission. You act from a place of purpose. Raising your standards doesn't mean becoming perfect. It means refusing to accept habits, excuses, or limitations that keep you small. It means holding yourself to a higher level of discipline and self-respect, even when it's inconvenient. Ask yourself, what am I tolerating that I shouldn't be? Where have I been settling for good enough instead of demanding greatness for myself? The truth is, the quality of your life is the direct reflection of the standards you set in every area. Your health, your relationships, your work, your mindset. If you demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever expect, you'll start to experience what most people only dream about. This is not about chasing perfection. It's about progress. It's about deciding that mediocrity is no longer an option. The moment you raise your standards, your brain starts looking for ways to meet them. Think differently, speak differently, and act differently. The world responds to the energy of conviction. So stop negotiating with your limitations. Stop lowering the bar to stay comfortable. You were not designed to live an average life. You were built to rise. Raise your standards. Everything around you will begin to rise with you. The story you tell yourself every single day is shaping your entire life. Defines what you believe you're capable of, what you think you deserve, and what you believe is possible for you. If your story is filled with I'm not good enough, it's too late for me, things never work out in my favor, then no matter how much effort you put in, you'll keep running into the same wall because your story sets the boundaries of your identity and you will always act in alignment with who you believe you are. Think about everything you've achieved so far. Every decision you've made, a full story has been a reflection of the story you've felt about yourself. If you tell yourself you're shy, you'll act shy. If you tell yourself you're unlucky, you'll find proof everywhere that life isn't fair. But the truth is, those stories aren't facts, they're interpretations, and the beautiful thing is you can rewrite them at any moment. You can decide today to stop being the victim in your story and start being the hero. The hero doesn't wait for life to change, the hero creates the change. The moment you change the narrative from I can't to I will find a way, everything begins to shift. Your focus changes, your focus changes. You begin to notice opportunities that were invisible before because your story no longer blinds you to them. The past may have shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. The mistakes, the heartbreaks, they were lessons, not sentences. You are not your past. You are the author of your future. Authors can always edit the story. Most powerful transformation begins when you say, that old story doesn't serve me anymore, and so take control of your internal dialogue. Replace the narrative of fear with one of strength. Replace, I failed too many times, with every setback made me wiser. Speak to yourself with conviction, not lynching. Limitation. Because when you tell a better story, you create the world's response to the story you live out loud. So make it one of courage, resilience, change yours and belief, and you'll change your destiny. Working hard isn't enough if you're moving the wrong direction. You give everything you have. Your time, your energy. You're hard and still feels like your strategy doesn't match your goals. The truth is, success isn't just about effort, it's about effective effort. Feel you can't dig a hole deeper and expect to find gold if you're in the wrong place. What changes your life isn't more motion, it's the right motion guided by clear, intelligent strategy. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They chase new ideas, start projects, set goals, and work tirelessly, but they never stop to ask, is this actually moving me closer to what I want? Without direction, effort becomes frustration. You need to pause and listen, look honestly at your approach. If something hasn't been working for months or years, it's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's because your strategy needs an upgrade. One of the fastest ways to find a better strategy is to model success. Whatever goal you have, health, wealth, business, relationships, someone out there has already achieved it. They've faced the same obstacles, made the same mistakes, and discovered what actually works. Instead of reinventing the wheel, study them, read their stories, learn their method, and apply what fits your path. As Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues. You just have to be willing to follow them. Upgrading your strategy also means being flexible. What worked for you in the past may not work anymore. Growth demands adaptability. If you keep doing what you've always done, you've always gotten. So be open to feedback, to test new approaches. Don't be afraid to start again with more clarity. Failure is not the end, it's data. Every time something doesn't work, it teaches you what will. And finally, surround yourself with people who challenge your limits. The right mentors, coaches, or peers can save you years of trial and error. Their perspective can reveal shortcuts you never see on your own. You can compress decades of learning into days if you're humble, to days of enough to learn from others. So stop working blindly and start working wisely. Upgrade your strategy, align it with your vision, and watch your results explode. When your strategy matches your desire, success becomes inevitable. Every real breakthrough begins the moment you step into discomfort. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you want to create a new level of success, happiness, or strength, you have to be willing to do the things that scare you, challenge you, and stretch you. Most people never change because they spend their lives avoiding pain. They cling to what's familiar even when it's unfulfilling because it feels safe. But the truth is, nothing you knew is created in comfort. The life you want is waiting on the other side of fear. Think about it. Every time you've grown as a person, it came from a moment of discomfort. Maybe it was leaving a job, speaking, or taking a risk, or facing rejection. In those moments, you were forced to evolve. You learned, adapted, and became stronger. See, discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Reveals what you're capable of, breaks down your own limitations, and builds levels of confidence and resilience. Most people want change without the struggle. They want transformation without tension. But you can't rewire your life while same emotional state that created your problems. Discomfort is the bridge between who you are and your becoming. When you embrace it, you take control of your destiny. When you resist it, you stay trapped in old patterns, repeating the same experiences year after year. The key is to shift your relationship with discomfort. Instead of seeing it as a signal to stop, see it as a sign you're growing. When things feel uncertain or grow hard, that's proof you're expanding beyond your current limits. Every successful person you admire, every athlete, leader has learned, their entrepreneurs learn to make friends with discomfort. They don't run from it, they use it as fuel. So start leaning into the uncomfortable moments. Feeling like the difficult part of this conversation, take the step you've been avoiding. The pain of discipline and growth is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to act despite the fear. Remember, your comfort zone is a beautiful place. Nothing ever grows there. Choose growth over comfort and watch your world transform.